We are trained to look for enemies in the open, to recognize danger in loud aggression or direct confrontation. This is a profound and costly failure of perception. The most destructive threat to your success, your stability, and your psychological integrity often comes not from a recognized rival, but from the individual standing closest to you, the silent saboteur. These individuals wear the mantle of friendship, using it as camouflage while they work diligently, quietly, and strategically to erode your confidence, derail your progress, and ensure your failure. They are emotional parasites, feeding on your decline. Today, we are dissecting the architecture of this betrayal, revealing three fundamental signs that prove your closest confidant is, in reality, a hidden enemy. This knowledge is not a warning. It is the absolute blueprint for your psychological defense and immediate extraction. Number 1. The joy deflector. True friendship is defined by a genuine, unreserved capacity to share in another's joy. The silent saboteur, however, cannot afford this authentic response. Their core psychological function is rooted in envy, and your success is not a cause for celebration. It is a painful personal indictment of their own stagnation. The first devastating proof of their true nature is the joy deflector. When you share genuine good news, a major promotion, a personal victory, a significant achievement, their emotional response is instantly and subtly redirected, converting your moment of triumph into an awkward, deflated exchange. The technique is almost surgical in its precision. Instead of pure enthusiasm, they will offer immediate, intrusive qualifications. They don't say, "That's incredible." They say, "That's great. But are you sure you can handle the extra travel?" Or, "Wow, but won't that completely destroy your personal time?" They immediately pivot to highlighting the cost, the risk, or the negative trade-off, ensuring that your glow of victory is instantly dimmed by a cloud of anxiety and doubt. This isn't concern. It is a calculated attempt to rob you of the psychological satisfaction of success. Furthermore, if they cannot qualify the achievement, they will rapidly execute an ego pivot, bringing the focus back to themselves. They might immediately mention a minor, parallel achievement of their own, or recall a time they faced a similar, yet vastly more complex, challenge. They effectively hijack the conversational spotlight, ensuring that your narrative is subsumed by theirs. The hidden damage here is the erosion of your celebration impulse. Over time, you subconsciously learn that sharing good news with them is psychologically punishing, leading you to minimize your own achievements, which is precisely what the saboteur needs to maintain their false sense of superiority. Number 2, the perpetual critic. The second sign identifies the perpetual critic, the individual who disguises sabotage as necessary counsel or tough love. They never launch a full frontal assault on your confidence. That would expose them. Instead, they operate through a relentless series of soft strikes on your potential. Their criticism is almost always delivered with a veneer of well-meaning concern, making it incredibly difficult to reject outright. This sabotage manifests in two primary forms. First, the historical undermining. They possess a flawless memory, specifically tailored to recalling your past mistakes, failures, or embarrassing moments. Whenever you propose a new, ambitious venture, a career change, a creative project, a bold move, they will inevitably dredge up a past failure, framed as a gentle reminder. They don't say, "You will fail again." They say, "Remember how passionate you were about that business a few years ago? You sank so much into it. Are you sure you aren't risking too much this time?" They use your history as a weapon to poison your future confidence. Second, the praise with a hook. When they must offer praise, usually in public to maintain their facade, it is always delivered with a subtle yet damning caveat. They might say, "She's so dedicated. She works harder than anyone. Of course, she struggles with the strategy side, but her dedication is unmatched." The hook, the subtle, embedded criticism, is the only part the recipient truly internalizes, ensuring the compliment is neutralized. The silent saboteur understands that confidence is built on momentum. And by consistently injecting small, sharp shards of doubt into every forward step, they can effectively freeze your momentum, ensuring you remain in a comfortable, non-threatening stasis. Number 3. The resource hoarder. The third, definitive proof of the saboteur's motive is their absolute control over the flow of necessary support. In a genuine friendship, the exchange of resources, time, emotional energy, useful contacts, or even objective information is generous and reciprocal. The resource hoarder, however, views your needs as a threat to their own standing. Their strategy is a systematic, strategic denial of support when your success is imminent. When they require assistance, they are overwhelming, demanding, and immediate. But when your success depends on their input, their behavior shifts into calculated avoidance. They become masters of the convenient inaccessibility. Their phone is always dead. Their schedule becomes inexplicably packed. Their promised callbacks are forgotten, or they provide necessary information only after the critical deadline has passed. Their denial of support is always plausible. A forgotten email, a sudden family crisis, a busy day. But the pattern is chillingly consistent. Their unavailability peaks precisely when your need for their assistance is highest and most critical to your progress. Furthermore, they are masters of information hoarding. They will conveniently forget to connect you with a contact who could dramatically accelerate your project, or they will fail to mention a valuable opportunity, only revealing it after the window for your participation has closed. The hidden damage of the resource hoarder is the systematic limitation of your network and opportunity. They keep you small by keeping your world small, ensuring your maximum potential is never fully realized, thus preserving their own precarious false sense of superiority. The awareness of these three signs, the joy deflector, the perpetual critic, and the resource hoarder, is your most crucial line of defense. Not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. Some are strategically positioned to drain your ambition and manage your failure. Once you recognize these patterns, you possess the power to extract yourself from this toxic relationship, secure your psychological perimeter, and reclaim the energy necessary for uninhibited success.